All right. Are we live? I gotta know. A check. Hello. A check. Hello. Oh, no. I gotta change the settings. Title. Kanzenshuu Wiki editing live stream. Category. Can I do let's chat? Just chatting. All right. Someone in chat hit me up. Let's get a chat going. Let's get a message on screen. There we go. We got Kebabs. We got D-Man. We got Kev. All right. Stuff is happening. Do I sound normal? I'm not robotic. Not coming in too hot, too soft. Should be okay. Everything should be totally fine here, theoretically. Completely fine. I could not ask for anything better than completely fine right now. That's what I want. Let's see, what settings are we streaming at? That's a great question, right? Video. We're doing 30. Perfect. 30 is perfect for this. All right. Thank you, everyone. I'm still a little sick. I may have to blow my nose on screen. I'll try to lean away if and when I do that, because that's gross. My goal today. Oh boy. Here we go. So, I know I started the stream and I forgot to change it from Mario Kart to Kanzenshuu Wiki editing, and it's changed now. So, anyway, I should do I should do a skeet that we're recording. I meant to do a photo beforehand. This is complicated. I was gonna hold these up in front of me. Let's see how well this can do. All right, here, live streaming selfies. Perfect. Here. I don't need my wedding photo in the background of this photo, but that maybe I do. That's fine. Here we go. Here, let's get granola. Let's get. Perfect. All right. It's Jake. Jake, you want to hop in chat? You don't have to. Just saying it's available. Do I have audio output capture going? I do have audio output capture going. All right. How do I, let's see. We got to filter this photo. Let's do that. Let's crop to square so we can cut out this little, you can't see it, but there's a spot in the wall. All right. We do that. Oh, we were just cleaning it down here as well. Of course, we do this after folks visit. We're like, we should clean all the air purifiers and the dehumidifiers and stuff. Oh, they're gross. So, my bad. All right, let's get a skeet going. Let's do this over on Kanzenshuu.Bisky. We are live streaming some Kanzenshuu.com wiki editing. Come hang out and come hang into. I fucking hate the lack of physical buttons still. Is that my boomer take? I'm sticking with it. Come hang out and learn what's in some 1998 issues of V-Jump. Let's see. We're going to do emojis. Emojis are cool. The kids like those, right? All right. What is this? I should do it as Scrappy Nearest. I'm not going to do it as Scrappy Nearest. I'll do it as twitch.tv/ Vecto X. All right, here we go. It's happening. Come on, just fucking select all. Hate modern phones. I'm going to go get my old, hold on. All right, that's it. This is what we're doing. We're T9ing. Can we still do this? Can we post Bisky from these? I think this works, right? Oh God, that's so satisfying. Can I do that into the microphone again? Here we go. Oh yeah, there's some R in here. Here we go. Phone. Oh God, so good. This is what you tune in for. This is the good stuff right here. I should not be allowed on the internet. Who let me in here? All right. All right. That is good. That's all copied. That's posted. All right. There we go. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for sticking with me here. All right. So the goal for today, we've been going through basically from the beginning of V-Jump, everything I have, and we've been going through and doing, why don't I bring it up on the page? Let's do complete list of V-Jump issues. Complete list of V-Jump issues. So what we've been doing is since the beginning, going through getting release dates has been my main priority, and I did a lot of those beforehand. What I've really been doing now is pinning down who did the cover art and the illustration for the covers, and then the notable manga content within each. And then if I have the issues, which I have most of these issues now, I'm doing pages and price and all that. One thing I'm probably going to start doing as we go through today is I ended up liking this formatting for the manga content more so than just kind of like straight here. I like the horizontal line, and it'll be a little more spaced out once all of these have the cover images in them. Like I started doing, I scanned like half a 94, and that turned into a lot of work, so I stopped doing that. So that's like what it will really look. Actually, what it will really look like. So we're coming down to 98. I scanned 198 issue because this was on another page for the artist. I'm kind of gonna work like here in 98. So I had the January 98 issue. That is where I tapped out. I bought the majority of the year. I now have the October and the November issues on order. I don't see any listings for the December issue right now, but I was able to at least confirm some of the content in there and the release dates from other online listings. So I'm just going to start here kind of where we left off. I had already done 93, 94. So we were doing like 95, 96, 97. So here we go into 98. That is where we're at. That is what we're doing. We'll do this live on stream. Maybe I'll start with just getting this formatting into the prior ones. And then we're going to have some interesting stuff here because I pulled some of this data from online listings. And I said here, like, hey, the June issue is definitely labeled as chapter 6, and this July issue is definitely labeled as chapter 8. Well, now I actually own these issues in front of me, so we're going to confirm what the heck all is going on with mislabeled chapter numbers. That'll be fun. Excuse me for coughing. I will cough. I will sneeze. That's what's on tap for us right now. Do we have any thoughts, concerns, questions before we get going here? Drop them in chat. If I look over to the side, that's the other monitor. I got my laptop over here. I'm watching the stream in the chat over there while I do the wiki editing over here. Let me know if the sound blows out. Let me know if you can't see things. Just let me know along the way. I'm just going to die here in the background. Of course, we also like sprayed cleaning stuff down here, and it's just like, that's in my sinuses too. So that's wonderful. All right. Why don't we get going then? I will just start editing this page. You can see what a nightmare of code this is here. This is all hand coded. There ain't no automation going on anything here. So We'll jump down to 1998. So I guess what I want to do is start pulling the line break formatting for the earlier chapters here. So we're going to start with, all right, that goes there. Slime Adventure break. New Momonger break, which we can talk about at some point. Cashman break. Dr. Slump break. And then I think that's going to need its line there. That should do it. So then let's preview that and make sure we didn't totally funk that up here. Oh, yeah. Awesome. Fucking love this. All right. I guess over on my laptop, let me log in and see. Oh, yeah, I want to do the soldier change. Let me see if we're getting AI DDoS right now. If I can just block an IP address. This is stuff I have to do basically every day. It's exclusively Claude at this point. They ignore robots.txt. They ignore all 4 user agents that I've identified saying disallow. I'll block a single IP. They will switch to a different IP. I can't block, at least as far as I can tell, an entire IP range on the firewall. Otherwise, I'd do quite a bit of that. All right, hold on. All right, let's see. So, bots. Last day. Not search engine. Search engine's okay. AI bots. Claude bot doing roughly 4 times the amount of polls as a regular ass search engine would do right now. Cool. Love that. All right, just let me get into the firewall so I can block an IP address, and then we can carry on with our lives. Appreciate everyone sticking with me here. This is what we got. And then once I get them, usually it's good for like a day or so until they realize, like, hey, why can't I steal from this website anymore? Yep, that was an all-new IP address. 216-73-216-210. Fuck you. Also, you're blocked. All right. Connor, we got it. 38 months. Thank you very much. 34-month streak. Look at that. We're getting subs. Oh, boy. If we do 20 subs on a wiki stream, I don't know who we're looking up. I have to look up someone. I don't know what's going to happen there. It ain't me. Anyway. Omedeto. Connor Kun. All right. Let's see. 30 today. Any advice? 30s are awesome. 30s worked out really well. Back end of the 30s, maybe not so much. I don't know. Body starts falling apart after that for sure. All your loved ones start dying. This is what you came here for, right? Speaking of dying, I'm going to blow my nose. Let's see if I can scoot over here. All right. We back. All right. Did that save what I was doing there? It did. No, it didn't. Okay. So let's go back. Normally I copy before I preview a page too, but I was like, no, we're live streaming. It's going to be totally fine. Everything will work out great. There is a cleaning supply in my fucking throat. All right, what are we doing? All right, we can get rid of that. We can go there. All right, Slime Adventure. Numanonja. Savings. I got to copy the other formatting for Cashman as well, so I'll come back to do that momentarily. We'll do Dr. Slump. And then that should do that. Okay, so then let's come back and copy the new formatting I did for Cashman. Where was it? 17. And so then we're going to replace that as 7. Okay. All right. Copy. Preview. Oh, look at that. All right. This is what we want to accomplish. Everything looks exactly as it should here. So we got Slime Adventure 55, Numanonja 21. Cashman. Oh, I don't have italics on the Cashman there. Okay, so I do have to fix that. All right. Coming back down. All right, let's look at that. So that's going to be, here we go, 1997 manga. So then we do it as this, Savings Soldier, Cashman. That should do it. There we go. That's in line with how we have those other ones. All right, perfect. And you'll notice now I did it right. It's a blue link. That's because that page exists now. Man, I don't know what the fuck we sprayed down here, but it is like sitting in the back of my throat. This is going to be a good one, folks. It's going to be a good one. All right, then let's go back down and fix the other ones in 1998. All right, so that's 7. So then we're looking for, all right, and then let's replace the text of it, and then we'll do the formatting on it. All right, so that's, nope, that's too much. That copied all of this entire fucking wiki page. This is a nightmare, man. I really should just split it into like individual pages, but no, this is good. I want to scroll and see the whole damn thing. All right, chapter 12. All right, so then that's going to be chapter, what did we say, 13? 13. And I'm coming down here, and this is going to be 16. And I think that's probably it for right now on that. All right. Blue link. Nope, we didn't do it. We didn't do it. I didn't write the word manga or something in there. All right. Let's go back to it. What am I not doing right? We know. No, that one's not right. We know the first one's right. Let's go back up to the first one. Saving Soldier Cashman, 1997 manga, plus italics, redo, chapter 7. Okay. Savings Warrior Cashman. Okay. Yeah, that's not right. Chapter 12. Did I not paste this in at all? I must have copied the wrong text. All right, 13. That one looks right. 16. No, it's not right. 16. And then 17. All right, let's see what we get. Saving Soldier Cashman, 1987 manga, chapter 7, proper. Blue link, blue link, blue link, blue link. We did it, everybody. All right. And I know that those are the right ones. All right, let's save this before we lose it. Great. And that's how I spend my day sometimes is, what did you copy and paste wrong? All right. Now we can move back along to what I'd done previously, which was like, let's look at what's on the cover. Let's look who did the cover art in the back credits. Let's look at the manga that's in here. All right, January 1998. Done. All right, great. Next up, February 1998. So we're going to go through and do all that same kind of stuff. So, oh, you know what I could do? I could just edit only the 1998 portion, and then it only shows me that, and that's a lot less. It's a lot less to scrub through. That makes sense. I should do that. All right. So we're looking at February. Dr. Slump is on the cover. We look, so as a recap of what we can do, if you want to know who did the cover art for any issue of V-Jump, you go to the back, you look for the table of contents. There we go. Wow, this table of contents is like 10 pages back. In the back, let's see. Actually, I can't see unless I'm on OBS. We're holding up there. There. So this is what the table of contents looks like in the back of a V-Jump. You can see the image over here, which is the image that's on the cover. That's like the raw illustration of it. Then underneath it, it tells us who the artist is. And wouldn't you know it, it starts with Naka, Kazuyoshi Nakatsu. Yeah, Nakatsu, and then the usual like Banana Grove Studio did the actual like packaging design, but I don't care about that anymore. So we'll copy just Nakatsu, not KO. KO is their kind of like in-house CG artist that we see a lot there. So next we're looking up for what manga is in here. So I'm expecting a Slime Adventure 56, Numenonja. I forget how many chapters Numenonja is. 22, Cashman 8, and Dr. Slump Reboot 3. So we do indeed have Dr. Slump. So again, Dr. Slump recap. Toriyama did, here, let me bring up so I can see myself talking to you. Toriyama did the original Dr. Slump manga, 1980 to 84. Did Dragon Ball. When V-Jump comes around, all of a sudden we start getting sequel and reboot series to Toriyama manga. So we got what we're looking at now is the Cashman reboot by Koyama and Nakatsu. But Dr. Slump went in phases. We got the Brief Return of Dr. Slump, which was a sequel to the original manga by Nakatsu and Koyama. But this is not that. This is the accompanying reboot manga for the reboot 1997 TV series by Tadayoshi Yamamuro and Koyama. This is chapter 3 of the reboot manga. Okay, so folks, here we go. So I've been seeing this a lot lately. I've been seeing like, did you know that GT is in Dr. Slump? That means GT is canon. Like, motherfucker. It's the 1997 reboot manga of Dr. Slump by Yamamuro and Koyama. Dr. Slump existed before Dragon Ball. How could GT exist in the Dragon Ball manga? I mean, in the Dr. Slump manga. If Dragon Ball didn't exist for GT to be in the Dr. Slump manga. This is why I do what I do. Anyway, this is chapter 3 of the reboot manga by Tadayoshi Yamamuro. Written by Takao Koyama, illustrated by Tadayoshi Yamamuro. Anyway, that's there. Yeah, there's Nico-chan. Great. All right. So that was chapter 3 of that, confirmed. This is chapter 56. Is that what we were hoping? 56 of Slime Adventure by Osamu Kaneko. So we're right on there. Next, we're looking for Cashman and Numenonja. There is Cashman. At this point, Cashman has shifted to being done in not black and white, but like blue and white. So that is chapter 8 as expected. So then I just got to figure out, was Numenonja done yet? Oh, no, there it is. Chapter 22 of it. I think it's like 26. All right, so it's all 4 of those. So actually, why don't I... Let me pull up the Numenonja, because I did this page already. Oh, so it's only to 24. So we're not going to have many more to go before we get to that. Okay. So what we can do is we can basically copy this whole section here after the artist. And so that's that. That's that. That's that. So we can do 56. We can do 22. We can do 8. And we can do 3. What else do we got to do? We got to do pages and price. I already got the price. It's 500 yen. Pages, you usually have to do a bit of counting to find the last numbered page and then just count from there. So it's not exciting work, but someone's got to do it. 220, 21, 22, 23, 425, 627, 829. These are all ads. 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. The back page counts 234. 234 pages, 500 yen. Let's copy that. Let's preview that. We're stuck in only 1998. Perfect. So we've got, I need to edit all the Numenonja links. I'm not going to do that now to go to its page, but we're good. 55, 56, 21, 22, 7, 8, 2, 3. We did it. We did Dr. Slump. We did Nakatsuru. Let's save it before we lose it. February, down. All right. Looks like we need release dates for a bunch of these coming up, which is great because I have them because they're in this issue. I'm going to blow my nose again. Sorry. All right, how are we all doing? What are we learning? Anything good? I'm learning a lot. All right, let's come back to editing. Said only 1998. So again, back of issue has really good stuff. It has who did the cover art. It also has what is the release date for the next issue. So if we hold on to this February 98 issue, we look in the back, we will see that the March 98 issue was due out on January 21st. V-Jump due out on the 21st of each month, barring a Sunday or a holiday, in which case it gets moved up appropriately. January 21st, 1998 does not appear to be a holiday or a Sunday. All right. So looking at March, so that's 21 January. All right. So then the March issue itself. Here we go. Looking at it. That's Dr. Slump on the cover. That is CG artwork. So I'm going to assume that is KO that did that. There might be an underlying illustration that Nakatsuru did. Let's take a look. Nope. Just KO. Ilasuto. KO. All right. So that's that. So we can put that in. All right, so then we know we're looking for that TBD is going to be the manga content. I guess let's do pages here while I'm thinking of it. 20, 21, 22, 23, 4, 25, 26, 2, 26 pages. All right, so we're on the lookout. This should be all of those things. It should be Slime Adventure 56. It should be Numenonja 23. It should be Cashman 9. It should be Dr. Slump 4. Let's peek through. There's Dr. Slump. So that is Dr. Slump Reboot Chapter 4. Confirm there. Let's see what else we got going on in here. There is Slime Adventure by Osamu Kaneko. It is 57. That is correct. Okay. There is Cashman. That is Savings Soldier Cashman by... Wait, I see new names here. I gotta go back to the drawing board on this. That is not Koyama's name. That is Abeken? Who the fuck is Abe-ken? Is it Abe or Obe? Or is it 10? God, what do the diacritical marks mean? Is it without? Here's what we're going to do. You would think my Japanese would be better, but it's not. What do we got to do? We got to do Japanese, English. Why isn't it letting me? Hold on. No. Hey. Hey. No, it is a bay. Who the fuck is Abe-ken? No. That's not the right I'm looking for hiragana. Ken Abe? Ken Abe. Is there a Ken Abe? I don't know. Well, I'm going to have to go back through the chapter title pages and see when the author changed on Cashman. Well, I've got the collected edition here. So in the front, it only says there's Koyama and Nikatsuru. It doesn't say this other person. Well, there's a mystery for another day. Let's get back to work here. So what did we decide? Yes, this is chapter 9 of the Cashman reboot manga with a different name under writer. All right, and then we're looking for Numenonja, which I know is in here. Is it Spawn? Where are you, Chrono Trigger? There you are. And that is indeed chapter 23 on that. All right, so we can copy that whole thing and just update the numbers once more. 57, 23, 9, 4. Copy, preview. How we doing, everyone? I see unstable stream. I'm going to assume we're still going. We did it. That all looks right. Okay. Saving. Oh, this is why we copy. Okay, good. All right. Onward. What are we doing? Editing. Do we need the release date for... What month are we in? March? Is that the one we just did? Did we just do March? Yeah, we just did March. So we need the release date for April. So we'll look in the back of March. April issue, February 21st. Okay, you can go down. Goodbye. Hold on. February 1998. Oh, I deleted, looks like months here. 98, 97. Okay, got it. All right, so then we're onward into the next one. 98 is an interesting year because there is a ton of Dragon Quest Monsters. Great game. So that's what's on the cover. That is specifically Dragon Quest Monsters from the Game Boy. That first game came out in 98, which seems late, but that's when it was. I guess that makes sense considering that's when Pokemon was. Cover on this is Nikatsuru. There's another credit there, though, that I can't see, so we'll use the phone. Blow that up. Take a look. Oh, that's just the plate making credit. I don't need that. So yes, this is Nakatsu who did the cover on this one. Again, see a lot of that. A lot of that. So that's that. So then that'll be that manga content. That'll be pages. Here. Oh, sexy demon lady. I can't show that on stream. That was just in V-Jump. Hey now. All right, what am I doing? Page count? Distracted by the demon lady. 220, 21, 223, 425, 26, 226, 226. All right, so now we're looking for Slime Adventure 58, Numenonja 24, which we determined is the final chapter, Cashman 10, and Dr. Slump 5. Dragon Quest Monsters is a good game. The remake of it on 3DS is fantastic. It does have an English fan translation, even though it's never released in America. So here we go. Oh, this has a slice across it. Oh, man. If and when I scan this, I'm going to have to put some editing work into this. This is Dr. Slump Reboot, 97 Reboot, Chapter 5. What's going on in this chapter? What we got? That looks like a pervert. Is that Senbei? Yeah, that's Senbei. Here's Arale carrying a bull. Yeah, so good times. All right, I gotta know what this is. This looks like, is this some kind of weapon that Senbei's made? Is this a Tanuki gun? It like breaks down for you. Like, here's what it is. Here's the description of what it is. He's like holding it in the next panel. Did he shoot and turn something into a Tanuki? Oh shit. Arale's got a gun. Arale has the Tanuki gun. That's great. All right. Dr. Slump is in there. Moving on. What we got? We got Slime Adventure up next. That is chapter 58. Good there. Confirmed. We got Cashman chapter. What did we determine? Chapter 10. Oh, okay. So we're back to Koyama for this one. So it was just chapter 9. Gonna make a note of that. So I have a text document actually open. So let me go over here just to my chapter 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. New author. That was Chapat's Long Day. Whatever was going on there. So here we are back to 10, and Koyama's the writer, and Nakatsu is still the illustrator. All right, so we got that, and then we're just looking for the final chapter of Numenonja. And there it is. You want to see frog fighting Lavos in very, very cute style? There we go. Lavos totally not sell. And that's it. And then we have the main characters going to New York at the end. Get it? He's a new. He's going to New York. Oh, fuzzy. Oh no. Can I get the camera back? This is why I shouldn't hold things up to the camera. I don't know how to get it back. Wonder if I have... No, I don't have like dedicated camera control somewhere. Maybe I hold something up again. Get it to focus. 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 Oh, it's back. Okay. Took a while. Great. All right. I'll be wary of holding things up that close to the camera again. All right. So we had all the expected chapters we wanted there. Let's go paste them all in. Those all go there. So we got 58 on Slime Adventure. We got 24 and final on Numenonja. We got 10 on Cashman. We got 5 on Slump 97. Preview that. There we go. Perfect. We're really filling in the 98 holes here. That's a weird thing to say. All right. I'm going to save that. I'm going to open my Gatorade. All right. Moving on. So we just did April. We need the May release date. Thankfully, we have that in the back of the previous one. May release date was... see, this is why you gotta check. Not the 21st. March 20th. 20320. All right, let's get that in there. We'll go to May 20, March 1998. I know Dragon Quest is on the cover. So then we're going to check who is the artist on this. This to me looks CG, but it's got some other illustrations on it as well. There's a good chance that this is Nakasuru and KO. Nope. It is KO and Osamu Kaneko. That was going to be my other guess. Kaneko is the author of Slime Adventure. So, let's say KO comes first and then it's Kaneko. All right, so let's do that. KO. Osamu Kaneko. Who you'll notice is a blue link because I did a lot of work. All right, let's do page count on this one. 20, 21, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 26, 226 seems to be the magic number for page counts. All right, so we know we're going to have Slime Adventure. We know Numenonja is over. We know we're going to have Cashman, and we know we're going to have Dr. Slump. So that's what we're on the lookout for. Always going to be on the lookout for like special chapters, though, because that happens sometimes. This is a cool cover. This is Dr. Slump 97 Reboot, chapter number 6. This is Arale painting. Love that. Evil painting. All right, so that is chapter 6. We're expecting chapter 6. We got chapter 6. Okay. Moving on. Looking for Slime Adventure. There it is. So Osamu Kaneko, who does, again, Slime Adventure, did the cover art on this issue. So that's Slime Adventure chapter 59. Yes. Yes and yes. So then we just need Cashman. And there it is. There is Cashman, and that is chapter 11. Again, we're on this blue and white printing going on here. Yeah, it says Koyama again. Okay. Well, there's a group of 3 dopes here. Typo there, 226D. Great. What the heck is 226D? Thank you. 226. Perfect. This is why you're here, Kev. You'll notice it. I never will. All right, we got everything we're looking for. Otherwise, let's copy these, and we know we can remove Numenonja. So we'll just paste that in. Slime Adventure. Remove Numenonja. So we got 59. We've got Cashman 11. We got Dr. Slump 6. We should be good. What issue is this? May? May. We got it. Slime Adventure. All the chapter numbers are lining up. Perfect. 6. Perfect. Cool. But I guess before I get rid of this issue, let's just paste in the June release date. And then I'll save it. June, because I already have some of that. Oh, no, yeah. Okay. So the June release date is April 21st. April. I was going to say 2026, 1998. And I know, all right, so I've already done some of the information on this, but it looks like I didn't have all the information previously. Let's save first. I like saving individually along the way. Just in case. All right. And then we'll go in, we'll clean up and fix. Oh, see, yeah. I wrote the wrong number here. Chapter 6. This is why it's important to actually own the issues and look at them. All right. June 1998. Although maybe if I look at this, we're going to see that I look and it says chapter 6 instead of chapter 7. And the May issue definitely. Why is it loading slow again? Yeah, the May issue definitely said chapter 6. Come on, website. Do I have to block another account somewhere? All right, so we're looking for June. There's June. Okay, so we got to figure out what's going on with Dr. Slump numbering here. All right, so 470, we know Yamamuro did the cover. Let's double check that. Yep, that's Yamamuro's name in the back there. Yamamuro, Arale cover. We need a page count on this guy. 20, 21, 223, 425, 226. Would you believe it? All right, let's do that. So then before I paste over this, let's confirm chapter numbers. So we're looking for Slime, Arale, and Cashman. All right, here's Dr. Slump. Feeling good about this. So the last issue definitely said chapter 6, and I just double checked it. This issue mistakenly does say Dr. Slump chapter 6 down here. So this is a typo on this. This is actually chapter 7 of this that mistakenly says chapter 6, which makes sense that the next issue says 8. Perfect. So we figured out that mystery. That's very cool to know. I should go back to the collected edition and see. I mean, I assume they call it chapter 7 in the collected edition. Oh, no, there is no collected edition. Oh, right. This is the reboot. I was thinking Brief Return. I want to... Did this actually get compiled in with the DVD box? I don't know. But confirmed. This says chapter 6. So, is that Dombe? Who's back? Cool. All right. So that's Dr. Slump. So now we're looking for Slime Adventure to confirm numbers. That's Parasite Eve. This is... Oh, what is this? All right. I don't know what this series is, but this is clearly the same art style as Numenonja from before. So I'm going to have to go back and compare the... it's chapter 1 of whatever this is. Compare the artists on this to see if like this was their new series that they did after that series ended. All right, what else are we looking for? Cashman in this one? Do we get Slime Adventure? I already forgot. I'm just not finding stuff. So we know we had Dr. Slump with the incorrect chapter number. I'm still looking for... There's Slime Adventure. Okay. So Slime Adventure is up to 60. Which it should be, yes. Okay, Slime Adventure, Dr. Slump. So now we're just looking for Cashman. Should be chapter 12 in here. Unless it skipped this month, but I don't think so. I know it skips later in the year. Oh, there it is. Okay. Cashman 12. GF, so it's Goldfinger. There's a little furigana above it. That's a character. Goldfinger. No, it's the word means rematch. It's return match. Is the title of it. Goldfinger, no return match. Just means rematch. So that's how I'll be doing the title translation on that. So that's chapter 12. So, all right. So this is what we know. We know all this stuff. So let's copy this from this one. Come back in to this one. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay. So we know. Am I in the right one? June, right? June. Okay. So we know we got 60. We know we got 12, and we know we got, this is actually 7, but we're going to copy this note from below. The June issues chapter is incorrectly labeled as chapter 6, but is actually chapter 7. The next issue's chapter numbering reflects this correction. Okay. I think we can mostly recopy this note here. This July issues chapter numbering reflects this correction as the 8th overall chapter. Okay, so that fixes that. Okay, so I think we're good. Let's preview that. Let's make sure the notes appear correctly. All right. Chapter 60, chapter 12, chapter 7. Okay. The June issue chapter labels chapter 6 was actually the next issue chapter correction. Okay, let's change the to this in there. Okay, cool. I guess while I'm here, let's do the release date for the next issue. So I'm looking at the June. Yeah, the June issue. Oh, we already got the July issue date. Should be May 21st. It was May 21st. Okay. So let's copy and save. How we doing out there, everyone? Do we have everything we need? Looking good, looking good. So now we just got to fix the formatting on July, do the artist, do the page count. So a little bit to do here. Okay. July 1998. Would you believe it? It's more Dr. Slump on the cover. Artist on this one is just KO. So it must be, it's CG. It looks like it's a patch, like a sewn patch. It's very interesting. Okay. Oh, this is a July issue. So this is actually the 5th anniversary issue of the monthly relaunch. Remember, there's 2 trial runs of each jump from 90 to 93. Relaunch as a monthly magazine for the July 1993 issue in May that year. So this is the July 1998 issue. So you can see 5th anniversary RLA there. All right, so let's get some of this information down. Oh no, I don't want to edit complete list. I just want to edit 1998. So we're coming down to July, and KO is the artist. All right, so we're going to do slime adventure stuff. Let's get that broken down to page count. I got a couple more 98 issues. Then we can do some other stuff too, depending on what we feel like doing. What are we looking for? The page count on this? Oh boy, give me a page number magazine. How far back am I going here? Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, there we go. 227, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 435, 637, 38, 39, 40. 240? Is that the number? That's a number. All right. So we are here to confirm Cashman 13, Slump 8, which I already know, and the Slime Adventure chapter number. Okay. Which should be normal unless there's a special chapter of anything. Law to Final Fantasy 8, Dragon Quest Monsters. All right. So this is Slime Adventure 61, which it should be and is. Okay. There's Dr. Slump. That is, in fact, chapter 8, correctly labeled as chapter 8. Oh, this has a different author on it as well. That's not Koyama anymore. That is Narita. Yoshimi Narita? Yoshimi Narita. Yoshimi Narita is a Japanese anime screenwriter. So I'll have to check when they take over. Anime screenwriter 97, writing episodes of Dr. Slump. Okay, so we got someone, I think I knew this, that at some point Koyama dipped out of this. Cool. All right, so that's going to be a note to make. Mike, text notes. Let's see, at least as of Slump Chapter 8, Yoshimi Narita is the new writer. Still Yamamuro. Yamamoto. I combine Yamamuro and Yamamoto, and I'm sure you all do the same thing all the fucking time. Yamamuroto. Fuck are we doing? We know it's chapter 8. We got Slime Adventure. We're just confirming what? Cashman at this point? Yeah, that was 61. That was 8. There's Cashman. That is Cashman chapter 13. Still on the blue and white. The blue and white. All right, I think that's it. There must have been... Oh, this is all promo for the Dr. Slump TV series going on in here. A lot of that. What the fuck? Oh, that's Kochikame. I'm like, oh, those are some interesting designs. All right. So we're good on all that stuff. We just got to do... All right, I'm going to have to do the formatting myself because I kind of broke it with the notes. All right. Slime Adventure chapter. We know this is 61. We'll line break that. Cashman chapter 13. We'll line break that. Dr. Slump. I think that's it. What is this, July? 61. Cashman chapter 13. Chapter 8. KO. Dr. Slump. All right. Everything's there. So now let's just drop in the release date from this issue for the next issue into the August one while we're here. And then we should be clean for a little bit in terms of notes and numbers. Okay, so there's an ad in the back here for Linda Cubed, which I know has a fan translation now. I'm very interested in playing that game. Let's see. The August issue came out June 20th. Blow nose. It's going great. Did I actually click? Yeah, it's just going slow. All right, let's see if there's other IPs I can ban. Fucking AI bots, man. All right. So we got that. Good. So we're moving on. So part of the reason why I scanned this cover is because Osamu Kaneko did the cover art for it, just as a little preview here. There is a full article on Kaneko. I got a little bit to get translated here from an interview. But there's that cover. Just wanted to give like a shout out to some of the covers that he did. Hey, he worked on Dragon Quest, did a bunch of illustrations. Here's his manga. I have this issue on order. As far as I know, these are the only scans of the debut title pages for all of his manga that exist on the internet. He did some Mother 2 promotional artwork for a Choose Your Own Adventure guidebook. Yeah, there's some cool fucking shit on this wiki. Probably want to see it soon, huh? All right, let's edit. Let's take a sip first. That went down the wrong pipe. All right. What are we doing here? August. All right, page count. 20, 21, 223, 425, 26, 226. Final Fantasy VIII is all over the fucking place in these right now. All right, so we got that. And then let's see. We're confirming Slime Adventure, and Cashman. I think is in this issue and is off the next issue. What am I write over my other notes? Yeah, we'll figure it out. All right. A lot of Dragon Quest monsters in here still too. All right, there is Dr. Slump. Oh, it's Raleigh in a wedding dress. Chapter 9. Chapter 9, 1997. Dr. Slump reboot manga. Apparently canon to GT or vice versa. All right, so that's that. What do we think it is? Chapter 9. It is, in fact, Chapter 9. Yes. All right. What else we got? We got Slime Adventure. We got Slime Adventure 62. We got Slime Adventure 62. So then we're looking for Cashman. There's Cashman. Cashman, chapter 14 here. 14. That's back to Koyama Nakatsuru. I think that should be everything Toriyama related in here. Oh yeah, whatever this other comic is here is definitely the New Mononja artist team. I have to check that out. Any cool ads? What else we got going on in here? A lot of Dragon Quest. A lot of Dragon Quest. Okay. That's it. That's all the stuff we think it should be. So let's copy and we can remove the note from there as well. All right. So that's 62. That's 14. That's 9. And we can get rid of the note. We already did the page counts. And then let's just get the release date for the September issue. September issue is out July 21st. Copy. Preview. Got it. to 14, 9. Perfect. All right, so I have in my hands one last issue from 98. I do have another 2 on order. So we'll go through. It's 1998. Dragon Quest VII is coming out. It's 2026. Dragon Quest VII is coming out. We'll go through this September issue, and then maybe we can poke around at some other stuff. Maybe like the Cashman page itself. All right. So we're looking here in the September 98 issue. Oh, looks like I got to fix a bracket after Conoco. Let's do that. In August 98. It's only edit 98. Where's August? Conoco. There we go. Okay. All right. So now we're in September. We have, we got to do the artist too. This is Dragon Quest on the cover. That actually looks like Toriyama's artwork to me. That's because that is Toriyama Akira doing the artwork for the cover here. By doing the artwork for the cover, I mean they used his character designs for the cover. All right, so then that'll be a TBD there, which will be the manga content. Let's get the page count. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 226 is there. All right, so we know we're looking for Dr. Slime Adventure. I think Cashman is actually not in this issue. Was it the previous one? That said it'll be off next issue, and then that means the numbers line up as expected. No, I think it is in this issue. I think in the September issue it says it's off the next issue, so it should be in this one. All right, so we do have Dr. Slump. We have chapter 10 that we're expecting chapter 10. We're expecting chapter 10. We got chapter 10. Beautiful. Good. Moving on. We're looking for Slime and Cashman. Oh, there's Cashman. Oh, this one's falling apart. I'll be able to get a clean scan of this. The binding's broken on this one. That's chapter 14. Yeah, this is the one that says, yes, Cashman will be on break the next issue. So then that lines up. All right, so now we just got to find Slime Adventure. I'll just look in the table of contents to see where it is. Slime 56. Slime Adventure 63. Okay, so everything lines up. We're in the September issue, so we can copy those. That gives us 63. That gives us 15 and 10. It looks like I need to do a line break there. Line break there. Is that Cashman September? What was the number on this? September is 14. No, September is 14. But I wrote 14 on the last one. Is this another chapter typo? All right. Everyone, stick with me now. I'm holding up the September issue. September. We're looking at Cashman, and it says 14, 1-4. September says 1-4. All right, hold on. Let me go back over to my notes here. This is the one that's Abaito. Yeah, this should be 15, I think. This says 14. Let's go look back at the August issue. The August issue said 14. We got another one. We got another chapter. Incorrect chapter numbering. Okay, so this is actually 15 in the... God, whoever notices this stuff, huh? All right, so this is definitely 15. So we're going to copy a note from earlier, and we're going to put this down here. This September issues chapters incorrectly labeled as 14, but is actually chapter 15. That fixes that now. All right, let's copy. Let's preview. Let's come on back down. All right, so we got Slime Adventure correct. We got Cashman correct with a chapter note. We got Dr. Slump correctly to 10. So then I don't have the October issue in front of me, but it should be... I guess I don't have a lot of Slime Adventure beyond this, but I know Cashman's off this month in October. So then it should be 16 and 17. I've confirmed that those are in those issues, and that's the end of Cashman at 17. Slump, I've confirmed, is 12 and 13 in that one. So those numbers line up. So then it's just a matter of getting the Slime Adventure numbers moving forward and all that kind of stuff. I guess since I have the September issue, we can plug in the October release date. Which was August 21st. All right, let's copy that. Let's save that. And let's take a look at this beautiful work here. I think that covers all the release dates for all of 1998. January, November, February, December, March, January, April, February, May, March, June, April, July, May, August, June, September, July, October, August, November, September, December, October. Correct. Got all that plugged in. So there's just a little of TBDs at the very, very end of the year to plug some stuff in. But we've got all of Cashman reboot manga cited, dated, including incorrect chapter notes. Very cool. So anyway, yeah, I've been working on that page. Started doing the table for all this. Yeah, I actually started working backwards on this one because I was buying those issues. Then I'll work my way forward, and then I was doing. So the thing about Cashman is there is a collected edition of it. But the collected edition only covers the first 13 chapters. So 14, 15, 16, 17, there are 4 chapters of the reboot Cashman manga that are exclusive to these issues of V-Jump. That's it. So, folks, thanks. So we did 1998, more or less, here. Let's just look for any like formatting issues. At some point, I got to go in and change my Numenonja link to go to the actual page for that. And see, I've done all the chapter titles on that bad boy. I'm really psyched about that page. I've only teased it here on the live wiki streams. Documentation for that manga exists for about the first 5 chapters, haphazard, hidden in a text file on a Chrono Trigger fan site, and that's it. No other information about it. And no chapter listings even in Japanese that I've been able to find anywhere. So feeling good about that. That's that. We did the notes on those. I'm glad to resolve the Dr. Slump chapter note inconsistency, so I'm not crazy about that. All right, so I'm going to turn it over to y'all. Is there anything you want to do or see? I was thinking that maybe I could start going through the Cashman table. I've already transcribed all of the chapter titles, so we can start dropping those in. Yeah, Kev, this stuff is very awesome. There's so much stuff in V-Jump that I was aware of and just like flipped through and just like, oh, this is in here. There's slime manga in here. And it's only when you really go back to it, you're like, oh, this dude did 300 something chapters of slime manga for like 3 decades straight. Like this dude is just in everyone's face every month with slime manga, and you just wouldn't know about it because we get the mainline games, and later we got Builders and the Muso games, and I guess we got one of the Rocket Slime games. We don't get all the surrounding stuff for it, and there's a ton of it. So this stream's been going for 116. I got nothing to do. All right, I did my cleaning down here. I can keep editing. I can do some Cashman editing, I guess. We can paste in chapter titles, and I can pull some issue dates, show you how I'm doing all my citations on those. So, for example, you want to know, it's not just the chapter, but like, hey, it was in that issue and it ran for pages 55 to 67. So you want to buy the issue, you know exactly what to look for. I'm not bullshitting you about, oh yeah, I think it's in this issue. Like, no, it's in this issue and it's on these pages. Again, does anyone care? I do. Maybe someone else will care in 20 years. So I can work on that. If there's any, while we're just hanging out, if there's any like stuff you want to see or know about or are curious about seeing in here. I know some of the folks on the stream here are editors yourselves, so you know some of what's in here. Don't know that you know everything that's in here, but happy to do a little tour and show some stuff. Otherwise, maybe I just do some more Cashman stuff here. I think that's what I'll do. I guess I'll work backwards. Oh, Jake, yeah. Hop on at least the voice chat. I'm not set up to do other video anywhere, but yeah, just hop over in podcasting on Discord, and then we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Don't blow my nose. I should just like work from the start, but all the I don't want to go over to the shelf and pull more issues of V-Jump. So if I do any of these, maybe I'll work backwards with this pile. I can just fill in the holes. Oh, man, that nose blow did not clear out anything. All right, I guess let's do that. Let's yeah, you want to see some game stuff? Let's look some game stuff. Jake.
Hello.
Can I turn you up somewhere? Can you turn yourself up? I don't know.
I can get closer to my mic.
All right. So this is the main game page. Thank you to all the folks in Discord that came up with the awesome additional image suggestions for some of these, like board games and tabletop in particular. Let's see. Something I've been working on is let's do electronic games. So I've been going through all the auctions you can eat and pulling up all of these. So electronic games, think of like your Tiger handhelds. These are, not Game Boy games. These are bespoke individual electronic games with little LCD screens that really don't have a refresh rate. So I've got a listing of these games. And so I've been going through and trying to find like the most complete packaging photos I can from some online auction listings and getting those. It's interesting because it gets to a point around the boot arc where suddenly more keep coming out, but they're only in Hong Kong. And they have like actual English packaging as well. Like the descriptive text on the back is both Japanese and English and not Chinese, which is really funny. And then I do want to get to the American handheld games. I know a lot of people have love for this weird Battle for Namek game. I don't know. That exists.
I don't even remember that.
No, it's there.
I was wondering. I mean, it came up when I mentioned the Super Battle Collection stuff and how at some point those figures were outsourced to other companies, even though they were officially released as Japanese products. Do you try to make any distinction from? Because I did see on the handhelds just now, you have JP, KOR, and Hong Kong and stuff like.
Yeah, citation needed.
Is there right? I guess? Are you thinking of any? Is it clearly? Do we know that this definitely came out for the Japanese market and it just happened to be made in a different place? Like what is the thread that you're pulling there?
Yeah, I don't know. It's
gotcha.
Because at some point, hold on, let me grab Kanzenshuu 7 over here.
Casually grabs Kanzenshuu 7.
So can I tell you that I bought an extra issue of Kanzenshuu 7 just to keep in the basement?
I thought you were about to say just to crack it open and scan, but no, just to
so when I want it, I don't have to go up 2 flights of stairs.
Hey man,
I should probably just scan it, but
it's the Switch 2 dock. I'm experiencing that right now, having to go between floors.
Yeah, buddy. What if you have $3 Switch 2 docks? It's a good life.
Man. Anyway.
So the back of Kanzenshuu 7 was like our earliest best merchandise list. It's got a ton of stuff in here, including figures and stuff. Oh, actually, I flipped to the right page. Let's see if I can. All right, I'm gonna try to hold this up and not get zoomed unfocused again. So like there's a bunch of these electronic games here in Kanzenshuu 7. So like that's a canonical listing of some of these. It doesn't have all of them though. So I think another
is it up to that point, or is it just a smack?
No, because I look here, I'm on Toy and it only lists 5 of them. Oh, but it also lists like, okay, so this is a more generic listing where this is like, okay, there were video games and there were these kind of things, but then it goes into a separate thing where it's like, here are all the video games. So I gotta look elsewhere and see what else.
Maybe whoever was putting it together also didn't want to go into the world of like, all right, how many of these things have we released?
yeah. So I mean, some of it's really good in here, like their book listing. This has like the Boken special, the Adventure special. It's got Akira Toriyama the World. Like again, it lists all the hit song collections. These were our canonical listings of things for a while. VHS releases. Here's the hit song collections. Anyway, what I'm getting at is, I don't know, just kind of doing the best I can.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's all we can do. Well, obviously if anyone finds another handheld that isn't on this list, so let Mike know, let one of us know.
For that in particular, I might have gotten rid of it. Oh yeah. So, I mean, our forum is a treasure trove. Someone back in 2011 in very bad English says, "Hi, I'm new. My English is very bad. I want to show off my collection. Here's all the games I have, including these plug and play and electronic games." So this was also like a list for me to get started from. So I have cited it, as the link on the wiki page. You'll see my my citations are all needed. my references here. So that was like a good a good list. And then as I was going through, I'd be like, oh, they transcribed that word wrong. So I can't find it. Why can't I find it? Oh, the word is wrong. So then I was able to figure out exactly what it is.
They posted release dates too.
Yeah. They're just like month and year, which is probably the best you're going to get on those, honestly.
Yeah.
Which is why I also have that. And those are my citation needed because I can't get them. I was going to say the other thing I could probably look through. Let's see if I can grab these two.
I was just thinking, I was like, okay, at that time, even video game release dates, you really need to be paying attention to like publications or magazines to that those
1,000%
already die hard.
Yeah.
Like trying to keep track of that stuff. But for these handheld, like little Tiger electronic things, were there fanzines for those? Like, how do we know that unless we have some sort of really like a vendor catalog, like how?
So Jake, funny you mention that. Not exactly that. This is one of the things that Vaughn included me into was when Mandarake was having these big Zenbu auctions. I know I shared about these online. So they had catalogs for these. They would have like multi-million-dollar like, here's a sell kind of thing, but there's also just like merchandise listings in here, and they did professional photography of all the stuff. So I need to look through here. Ooh. Son of a bitch, is that there's Super Barcode Battle. So yeah, like there are God, I don't even know what some of this stuff is. There's like pencil cases, like it's every bit of merchandise you can imagine, including sexy merchandise. I wonder if I flipped through fast enough.
Back then?
Yeah. No, that's some of the newer stuff. This is like from across time. So like, here's all the Super Battle collections. So, if you didn't have a listing of it, there's a listing here.
That's great.
For these. So I wonder if I can go through. They also have American figures in here, which is just awesome to see. Irwin stuff in here. Anyway, so what I'm getting at is I should flip through here and see if they have any of the electronic games in here and kind of like compare notes for, do I have the right orders, everything going in the right place? Am I missing something? What else is there? So just another resource that exists. And
man, yeah, that's really handy. I don't even know where I'd begin to go looking for something like that. Like if I were just perusing in Japan, and went through the aisles of all these secondhand bookstores, where do I even? Yeah,
no clue,
man.
So that's that. That was the question about, hey, I bet there's game stuff in here. Boy, howdy. There's more and less than you would expect for that stuff. Like if we go to console games, I mean, the vast majority of these don't have pages yet. They just don't. Yeah. And even if we go to one like Hyperdimension is pretty good. I think I did.
I like your Hyperdimension page.
Yeah, I think I did the majority of work
that
here.
Stuff's so cool. I love that you put the board on there.
Oh, well, yeah, let me go to it. Yeah, I so I bought an extra copy of Hyperdimensions. At that point I had never taken a game apart. I didn't realize it's just, hold on. How many things can I quickly grab off screen and just have? So these are the special screwdrivers you need to take out the things on the carts. It's super easy. Like it just comes right apart. You put it right back together. Like it's just this tiny little board inside a game. So I had bought an extra and be like, oh no, I'm gonna have to break it open to take a photo of it. But yeah, man, I took apart a Hyperdimension so I could take a photo and show you the SA1 chip. It's worth looking at. So slow. God, this fucking site right now.
Oh.
There it is. Yeah. I just wanted to show you that here's that SA1 chip on the Hyperdimension.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
It's just cool.
The stuff that they were shoving into Super Nintendo carts towards the latter half of its life is pretty great.
Yeah. What else is here? Here's the soft case pre-order bonus that I think I got from Peking Duck site.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I just talk about cool. Here's when Hyperdimension the ROM was first dumped because it was tough because it had the SA1 chip, and just stuff like that. So that's games. Jake, what can I show, if anything, you got going
on? You can show. I mean, honestly, if you just go to my user page, I keep track of all the stuff that I've worked on there. But it's all U.S. home release stuff. And honestly, I haven't checked it since who was it that just went through and did a whole bunch of reformatting? I'm curious now what it looks like. If anything's been scooched around.
Kev on the chapter pages?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
God, what is going on? I don't want to reboot the server like during a live stream. I'll just wait for it to be slow.
Can't wait for that launch.
Yeah, right. Oh, okay. I was gonna go to contributions, but yeah, you got this. Yeah, what do you want me to look at here?
Yeah, so let's take a look at. Let's just pop into one of those ultimate uncut ones for funsies, and then after that we can look at one of the orange bricks.
Okay. Yeah, so here we go. Saiyan Showdown. So yeah, you took a lot of cues from me on these, which I love. So we got like the catalog number for it on here. What we want to show in the info box is like, what's on it. I just want to know what episodes are on this DVD. Like I shouldn't have to scroll down somewhere. Just let me know what's the aspect ratio.
It's good, and I did pull some like formatting from existing stuff, but I absolutely 100% agree with you. Go to the page and you should get a quick glance of like, all right, what's on this thing? What episodes are on this? What voice tracks are there? What versions of these things? And then you scroll down and you get into the more of the nitty gritty of like transcribing what's on the box, and you provide the links. Getting title cards is tedious but fun.
We gotta work on this. I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, see that was that. Yeah, we gotta figure out what's going on.
Well, I also asked Heath to make things wider, like across the screen here. I think it was wider previously, and then when we did like the real big software update, things got squished in. So now we gotta split the difference here.
And this one in particular has a bunch of features like on here, so it might look cleaner for other ones just because this one happens to have like a whole bunch of stuff.
This I love.
Trivia.
The trivia, yeah. So we got the screenshots of it, but we also have a straight text dump of it all there. I think that's important, so you can just like control F a page.
Yep. And, providing which trailers are on there, doing the best to provide a little note of like which product it's advertising. Yeah. Takes a little bit of looking up. And then the credits. I always grab the credits for who actually authored the DVD, which I'm sure someone's going to want to see. I'm sure the people that worked on it would like to see that their names are represented on there. So it's been fun for me keeping track for each of these releases. Like, oh no, they didn't just copy and paste these every time. They really did have different people working on these for every release.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're there.
Especially as time goes on and people come in and out of the company. Just You want to look at a orange brick one?
Yeah, just click any of the orange bricks. Yeah, and so yeah, we still need some thumbnails for the front covers and the disc art. The file names are all as they should be. It's just as soon as those are uploaded, they'll be in there. But
yeah.
These took some doing. These were my kind of the biggest hill to get over. I did these pretty early on, just so these would be the hardest things I would ever have to do. But transcribing all of the stuff that's in those DVD inserts to be not only exact, but to link everyone's name and have them make sure the proper pages are set up, or just read them to make sure they're not like outright wrong about something. Sometimes I have to make a citation to be like, this didn't happen. But that and the character profile, since there are 5 to 6 discs of these to go through, and then you go further down and there are character profiles.
Oh my God. Yeah. God, I thought I had it bad with the one, was it the movie 6 disc that had like interviews and stuff? I'm looking on this.
Oh my God.
God damn, man.
And making sure they're also, correct. They would mess up on these more often than anything else. So, yeah, Masenko, that's not Piccolo's.
Also Masenko Ha.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, I have to make sure I'm writing it down exactly as it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're gonna see a lot of dumb stuff.
Control of the lowercase Earth. Yep, love it.
Yeah.
Cool.
I can't remember if I started or stopped putting in the little notation for when there's an improper use of commas. I think I stopped doing that.
Yeah.
That was crazy. They're so inconsistent about that, but whatever. And yeah, I don't know if
I love it. This is incorrect.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I didn't know how else to do that without being snippy. I was like, this is wrong. Oh yeah. There's the Vegeta and Nappa thing that I mentioned to you when I was hanging out with you.
Yeah.
Appeared in the wrong episode. Yeah.
Episode 11.
Episode 11. Yeah. I don't know if eventually I would like to, but I don't know if that'll be something that's really in AJ's wheelhouse of like going over the actual visual differences between releases of me, kind of like how your features were on the site.
Oh boy,
keep that as a site thing.
I know.
I love that stuff. You really lit a fire in me like 20 something years ago when you did those. So I don't maybe that'll come someday, because I know a lot of people are going to check these just to see what the differences are between all the releases. So
yeah,
it's in the back of our head.
I think there should be like the main overview page should have a high level just like description of what the thing was. I like this, just lists it all out. Like there's a lot of that kind of work to be done. A lot of it's like, all right, we can do the editorializing later. Let's just do the raw, just start transcribing shit, just get it in there.
Can you check on Orange Brick 1 for me real quick on something? I mean, I could do this from my end too, but
season 1, there's no text on this page. Season 1 DVD. Oh, okay, so that's gonna get adjusted.
Yeah. Oh, fun. I have to make sure all that's consistent.
Anyway, what do we want to look at here?
Scroll the way to the bottom. I want to see if I added in the tables of like voice changes yet.
Oh my God, look at this. The history.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe not.
No. Okay. Yeah, probably not. Yeah. Maybe that's somewhere else. Maybe those are on the actual individual episodes. But yeah, that's something I also am looking at doing, because again, sometimes someone wants to see like how the voices changed from release to release. The Orange Brick season 1 wasn't the first time that these ultimate uncut episodes came out.
Right.
There were some changes. So anywho, yeah, that's a pretty decent look at the kind of stuff that I'm looking to tackle.
Pipe dream. Credits for every episode.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there. Yeah, I just going through every one of those and just putting them up there is someone has to do it. So
I'm just curious. I want to look at recent changes. Maybe we look at something that Kev did.
Oh yeah.
Let's look at one of the like chapter pages. Yeah, just adjustments and fixes, adding cast of characters. So just like if you go to one of the pages, Kev, I'm looking at your work.
Yeah, some of this real strong legwork needs to be I say need, but yeah, going in there and just doing the meat of the primary stuff is really important.
God, website making a fool out of me here.
Hey, Kev's in the chat, says glad it's done, no longer hogging the recent changes page. I had that feeling too when I was doing all this stuff. Anytime I like saw that there were typos, even though I had double checked my work, and I was like, oh, I have to go in there and everyone's going to see that I'm changing stuff over and over.
Yeah. So would add just like who's in this chapter. Good to know.
A lot of people are in that chapter.
Yeah, this is a big one. Cool. But yeah, just also going through and just spotting typos. All that stuff's going to get done.
Yeah.
Cool shit.
Every so often you come across a page, it's like still red, and it's like, oh, we still have a page for this, a page for that. But I mean,
I want everyone to know that the most important page, Mammal Market, has been updated.
Yeah, I've got a page for Mammal Market.
Our long National Nightmare is over. I finally updated it to have its Dragon Ball Super appearance. So thank you. Available at Mammal Market, Gorilla Coffee, milk and cheese. Just saying.
I love the all the stuff that's done like, I guess since Super, or really since the wiki came up, all the stuff that you and Ken and whoever else are like, this just came out, I'm gonna make a page for it right now.
Yeah.
and it's done. And like that, I love that like stuff, even though it's probably gonna be super obscure. You know, you wipe your hands of it. It's in there.
Mato Dog Corporation, perfect. Yes, love it. And it's based on the dog. We know it's based on the dog. Here are the quotes about it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Cool. Well, yeah, I saw the Cashman reference there. Yeah, you want to... I haven't made the page for Cashman in 1990. I'll have to do that. That one would be a lot easier because there's only 3 chapters of that one as opposed to 17 of this one.
Is there a page for the manga theater?
So not really, but I do have...
I suppose it's dangerous of me to just throw stones into the lake. Like, do we have a page for this?
So I made this page, which is compilation volumes of Akira Toriyama manga. Okay. So this is basically, it'll get you what you want, which is what compilations exist and what's in them. So I've got the Blank Piece Theaters, I've got the remixes, I've got the Emperor's Feast, but then I also did the collections of larger series. So that means like the Dr. Slump and Dragon Ball Tankobon, the Bunkos, the Kanzenban for all those, and anything that got an individual release like Kajika, Sandland. Those are all
perfect
in there as well.
Yeah, this is more or less what I meant.
Yeah, just so you can get it. So another cool one here that I wanted to do was, okay, what if there's like a miscellaneous collection of something out there? So Booble of the Demon Village, which is a page I was working on the other day, a Toriyama one-shot from 1997, has not been reprinted in a Toriyama specific collection of manga, but it has been reprinted in other places. So for example, this was Shueisha Jump Remix, which is their like grocery store, convenience store, smaller size, lower quality paper reprints of things. They reprinted all 10 of that year's Jump Readers Cup, like the one-shots all the authors did. And so Booble was collected in this little thing. It's also in another Weekly Jump special as well. But like, I'm going to look for things like this where, hey, a Toriyama one-shot that you can't get anywhere else did actually get reprinted somewhere. It's just this other random thing that you wouldn't know unless you knew that it existed. But
could that be considered a digest? Is that too big for a digest? What even is the definition of a digest? No, it's American specific. Never mind.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Like, it's a Reader's Digest sized. It's just a thick boy.
Yeah. When you described it as like a little thing you pick up in like a convenience store or whatever, I just immediately thought of like the Archie comics and stuff like that. But
for comparison, like that's a V Jump size and that's that size. Yeah, those are the thickness. It's a real thick boy, but it's a smaller size. I love that you can say, do we have blank? And I feel like close enough. There's this thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
But this has been super helpful to me just to be like, man, I got to go pull Mamajiro off the shelf. What volume was that in? I don't remember off the top of my head. I can just look at it there. And
yeah, you can just take a quick glance.
I think it's also interesting going through here. You can see, just in terms of like, hey, how much are we expanding beyond just Dragon Ball? Like, I've got a lot of pages for Lady Red has a page, just saying, as you go through here. I'm not going to click it, but it's there.
Exclusive. We got Lady Red on the wiki.
Yeah.
No one else wants her.
Any other
going
questions?
Back to referring to stuff. Questions in the chat if anyone's here. Plenty of times when I was making those US home release pages and trying to make sure I got which version of which opening and ending, especially for GT, was on which box, I was referring to the site stuff because you got that all listed a long time ago. Which episodes they switched over on those. So that was super handy.
Yeah. Kev, you got a good question. I've been wondering, where's the line? What Toriyama stuff gets covered? What does not? Slime. Yes. Random Chrono Trigger anime. Probably not. So that's a really good question. And I don't have a good answer. Like Slime, I may actually do an individual. All right, hold on. So, so Dragon Quest has a page, and I go into the history of the design process for the slime. So, like, here's Yuji Horí's original design. We only got this a few years ago, where he basically stole it from Wizardry. Here's Toriyama's redesign of it. Here's a slime in the first Dragon Quest. Like, that's the process for it. Here's what he said about his design process for doing Dragon Quest characters. So that's on there. I may do a page for slime because it is an iconic design. It spans decades. It is Toriyama through and through, but is, recolored enemy number 5 from Dragon Quest VII going to have an individual page? I'm going to leave that to the Dragon Quest Wiki. Like, for that, you're going to want to go to the Dragon Quest Wiki for, I'm playing this game, I'm fighting this enemy, I want to know what its drops are, what its EXP give is, and its HP. I can't do all that. I don't want to do all that. I'm not going to do any of that stuff. So I'm really going in the direction of, what do I have? What do I know? What doesn't exist? So things like Slime Adventure, talking about Osamu Kaneko, who basically has an incomplete list of works on one website in English somewhere. Like, just dude did 300 chapters of a slime manga, should probably have some kind of tribute to him in English somewhere. Stuff like that I think is important to do and important to have. I'm sitting here looking at it. I should put it on the internet, not the actual work itself. You want Slime Adventure, you should go buy it. But, that kind of stuff. I think that's probably the best way I can describe it. Like, I don't envision this as, taking the place of two things: game specific fan sites and wikis. I think Dragon Quest is just a great example. Chrono Trigger is another great example. Like, you don't need to come to me to know how to beat Lavos. Figure it out somewhere else. What was the other thing I was going to say?
Just on this subject, yeah. Sorry if you can remember, but are we going to do similar things? Maybe we're making a page for those enemies, but like, hey, Dragon Quest has an overall, here's what this thing is page. Is that going to happen for Chrono Trigger or Tobal number 1?
Yeah, maybe. I'm actually thinking it probably will. And so the thing I do at the top of these pages, a note about this content. So I'm just going to read it out loud in case someone's like, got this on the background. This article is about a topic that is tangentially related to Akira Toriyama and or Dragon Ball. As such, it may appear to give otherwise undue importance or priority in his writing toward one or more of those subjects. For a more comprehensive view on the subject matter, we encourage you to explore the article's links to other authoritative holistic sources. I think that covers us there.
Yes.
For something like that. Like, yeah, I'm going to do a Tobal page. Be like, here are the games that came out. Here are the release dates. Toriyama did the designs. Here's a couple quotes. I don't know, man. Go look up an FAQ.
I think the slime, if we want to keep that as the icon for that, in terms of, like, I think it's the perfect representation of like tangentially related to Toriyama.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
I think that's perfect.
Yeah. And I want to work on it. You can see like it's kind of breaking the height of this a little bit. I got to like, if I cut 2 more words from this, I think I can make it fit a little better there. But yeah. And so, for example, on the Dragon Quest page, it's, 2 paragraphs is not the history of Dragon Quest, but it's enough to get you going here to learn like how this came to be. And then I give a lot of focus to Toriyama's character design process. And then I talk about, this is us. This is what we do. Here are all the weekly comments where Toriyama called out Dragon Quest by name while he was working on Dragon Ball.
Oh, perfect.
Here, I'm playing like Dragon Quest. I'm playing Dragon Quest 2. I saw a demo of 4. It's amazing. Like that kind of stuff. Here are the cameos he put into it. Here, we're on track for Dragon Quest 13 on PlayStation 6. It can happen. We need 12 first, but this could still happen, especially with the delays on consoles. Dragon Quest 13 on PlayStation 6, maybe a premonition come true. And I wanted to list what are his involvements in the various Dragon Quest works. So I want to do like, here's a list of all the games, and I gotta not break some of these columns. This is like the notes are really tiny here, but like I want to do citations for he did the character designs. Some of these I think I actually do have. I was working backwards here. So like, yeah. So here are the citations for him doing the character designs for Dragon Quest Treasures. Here's the character designs for like Builders 2, like that kind of stuff. Here are art books with Dragon Quest content that you can get. I'm working on my Puff Puff article. Puff Puff is probably going to get its own page at some point. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Does this also extend to I've got to make a side footnote. I happen to be playing through Dragon Quest 1 HD right now.
Oh yeah.
And the Puff Puff remains, and I'm like, oh my god, it's 2025, 2026 when this came out, and the Puff Puff joke is still here. Incredible. Does this extend to Nakatsuru and Fenyo, or even as like a note that they are succeeding him in future Dragon Quest games? Do we even want to go down that rabbit hole for all the future successors?
Yeah,
as time goes on,
I think it would be cool to list.
What's your thought on that?
I hadn't really thought about it, but that makes total sense because we do cover folks like Nakatsuru on this, and the fact that Fenyo is doing official artwork now is not just a fan artist. It's worth saying. Started as a fan artist and then got roped into doing character designs for this stuff. I think that'd be cool. We all love Fenyo's work, but right. This is the first time that he's really officially done something Toriyama related, right? Yeah. So for example, for Osamu Kaneko, again, I wanted to call this out. He did some monster designs in Dragon Quest 7, so I pulled the credit screen there. But then he also designed a character from one of the like card-based arcade games for Dragon Quest as well. So I want to note that stuff. I think that'd be cool to note on the Dragon Quest page. That's a good idea of like other character designers, and then just like a brief, just like a couple words about maybe what games they worked on, some cool characters like Fenyo, HD redesigns of main characters. Be cool to say. Yeah. I feel like I lost Jake. Everyone else still there?
I'm here.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yep. There we go.
I've been muting on and off, but
all good. Where are you? It sounds like you're outside. You're at a playground.
Oh, I was hoping that wouldn't come through. We happen to have our window open because we just did the spring cleaning.
Oh, sure.
If that's disruptive, I can close
a couple times I just heard like, like,
Yeah, the kids. Oh, thank you, sweetie. Wife just came and closed it. Yeah, the kids are very happy outside that it's warm out for once. So.
Maybe for the YouTube version of this, I'll just underlay like a little bit of music in the back. I don't know. Who cares? Who cares? All great questions and thoughts. Some of which from our own editors who are like, hey, what about this? So that's cool. I like how this turned into an impromptu, like, yeah, I'm going to do a bunch of work, but let's just sow some cool shit. Let's get people excited about this because we keep holding on to it and then we never.
It's becoming a little bit of an enigma.
Yeah.
Like it's the more we put into it, I don't know. I love it. I love the fact and be like, yeah, this cool stuff is here. Check this shit out.
Yeah. I love it a lot. I think we're coming up on 2 hours on my stream here. I could go forever, but I do want to take a break a little bit, maybe see some sunlight myself. So I'll take any last questions or thoughts. Jake, thanks for hopping on post V-Jump work. This is cool to just chat it out and
my pleasure. This is really fun.
Yeah.
And don't forget to, I'm sure you'll plug it, but tonight is Mario Kart.
It is. We'll be back.
I'll see if I'm around for that. I plan on being there, but my friends might want me on for Monster Hunter, so we'll see how that goes. But please, enjoy.
Cool.
I plan on being there.
Cool.
So.
All right. Chat, last thoughts, questions, anything you want to know about the site, about the wiki, about all this kind of bullshit. Again, Jake, you got here and you were here for the box delivery, and I went through it and I'm like, what if I just got a couple more issues? So I started building another box.
Yes.
I'm gonna do a small one. So I really want to get the rest of 1998 so I can, because I'll be missing the final chapter of the Cashman reboot. Like, I gotta get that, but I cannot find a listing for the December 98 issue right now. And I know I've talked about this a little bit. Once you get beyond that, once you hit Yu-Gi-Oh, V-Jump is kind of like gone for a while.
Yeah.
You just cannot get those issues.
Yeah, it makes sense. You just got to keep putting out feelers, right?
Yeah.
And just got to be patient.
I mean, I really just stick to the Mercari and Yahoo Japan auctions in terms of buy and through buy. I'm sure I could do some Mandarake stuff if I want to, or I could send Julian to actual bookstores. But then it'd be like, I'm only looking for this 1 month. If it was like a larger, just buy me anything, it'd be easier.
Yeah, I mean, as far as those really big secondhand stores go, I think Mandarake is one of them. There's another one, but yeah, if they have it on the website, they do have it in store, and they even tell you where it is. So you, I guess you could get Julian to go fetch it. That was really fun going there and seeing like the process, like when we like the way that they run those bookstores over there is with way more care, and there's so much inventory that they get in, and the fact that they've bothered properly cataloging it on their end is insane. So
I don't think
helpful resources.
I loaded it, but I'll show y'all this on stream. I think I have the link here still. I had totally blanked on Mandarake, and when I put out that ask on Blue Sky for, can anyone help me track down a release date for this? It's like, Mandarake not only exists. Did that link not want to work? Do I have to like actually click in here and say Japan? Probably. There we go. Yeah. Then once I'm in there,
they do have an English facing site that I think is a different inventory.
You want to go to the Japanese one. So the nice thing about this is if they have a listing for it, almost every one, they also have the title of contents page in the back. Yeah. So like if you really, got to rely on something else, this is good for, look, it's a high enough photo that I can tell like, okay, yep, Nakatsuru drew that. Okay, there's a release date for that issue. Like that's good enough. And also, I don't know if was Cashman in this issue. There it is. There's Cashman right there. It was on page 81. So if I'm like missing that issue and I really, is it in there? Like that is more than good enough to like get me going at bare minimum.
Yeah. There. I love that. I mean, like, especially for this, that you can really use that when the publication and the month it came out is right next to the table of contents.
Yeah.
There's no confusion whatsoever.
Yeah.
God, Mandarake is so good.
It's been good for some Weekly Jump issues too. Like I was doing the Jump Readers Cup. I'll pull it up. I was real happy about this. I was doing the page for Booble. So for example, I'm going to talk, I haven't done the synopsis for Booble, but I've done everything else. So, I want to talk about its history of apologies for Samurai X, but, I do want to show, it was a part of this series. This was a contest that went on. All right. Who else was part of this? Oh, by the way, thus spoke Rohan Kishibe is, or Kishibe Rohan, whatever order you want to go in, was a part of this series. That's super cool. So here are all 10 of the entries for Jump Readers Cup that year. That's worth knowing that like Booble was a part of that series that they were all working on. And so I had some of these issues, but not all of them. And so I wanted to get the release dates for all of them as well, so you can really see. I knew the order because, all right, so I'll hold it up here so you can see both on screen. So this was the Shueisha Jump Remix. In the front of it, it's got a page that tells you what all of them are. And it also, that page, it also tells you which Weekly Jump issue they were in. It's like, okay, Booble was in 22-23. This Strike Age one was in, issue whatever. So I knew what issue each one was in. So then I could go to the Mandarake page and look for the issue before each issue to look for its table of contents page to get a visual on when the release date was for each of those. So for the ones I didn't have, was super helpful. And I think there was one that I couldn't get, and I just like on a lark just Googled, in Japanese, Weekly Shonen Jump 1997 number 30 or whatever it was. And I found someone's just like personal site that just had a photograph of it. Like, perfect. Got it.
That was some of my favorite feed, not to go on a side tangent, but like looking for some of the more the release dates and specific information for some of those early US home releases, and finding that some fan site that was clearly made in the late 90s that was tracking
Yeah.
a bunch of Pioneer stuff, like just Pioneer releases, and going down that rabbit hole. It's like, oh, thank you, someone from like almost 30 years ago. I appreciate you so much. Yeah.
It's cool. You know, I prefer to actually hold it in my hand to look at it. That allows me to do things like we did earlier, which was like, hey, this said chapter 6, 2 issues in a row. What's going on with that? To be able to actually hold it in your hands and look at it tells you something. But if I just need a release date and like, it's a Mandarake, it's the title page, I know what I'm looking at. That is the corresponding table of contents.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the release date. Like I'm good using that as a resource.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. We have hit 2 hours. We got Pikachu Master here. You made it for your stream streak. That's hard to say, stream streak. You can make that a 6 stream streak if you're here for Mario Kart tonight. Jake, is that Rogue? You doing
yeah,
it?
It is. Yeah. I think I have that from probably Maximilian Dudes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Maximilian Dudes stream.
Love it. Thank you, everyone. We will be back at you for Mario Kart streaming tonight with the gang. That'll be 8 p.m. Eastern time, right here on grabyournearest.com.
That's right. Grabyournearest.com. Tell your friends.
Tell all your friends. Jake.
No context.
Jake, thank you again. Appreciate you hopping on. We did a lot of good work today. We did V-Jump stuff. We prepped some Cashman stuff. We showed off a lot of other cool pages. You gave me ideas for other stuff to do on the Dragon Quest page. So very cool.
Another thing for the list.
You got it. All right, Twitch, I had a wonderful time. I will see you back here in 5 hours at 8 p.m. Eastern here. Bye, everybody.
Bye.